Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me on this quick tutorial. This is an update tutorial on our Nigerian School offline report generator. We've added a few elements to it to make it even more functional. So let's have a look at what we've added to it. So we've increased the class size to 100 plus. It used to be 40 marks before. We've introduced the Mobilite template, and this is for smartphone compatibility. What this helps us to do is to allow us to be able to import data from the Mobilite template into the data page, as well as import score sheet data. We can also import or export individual subject score sheet data. This time around, we can lock the entries in the score page. We can import also the teacher, head teacher, principal's comments, and also import other relevant data into the template. So this time around, you can have a central reporting system and then have the Mobilite template distributed to each teacher. This is usually useful for schools that have limited number of computing. Now we've also changed how you upload images into the template. This time around, we've allowed it to be a much more simpler and easier method. All you just need to do is to provide the names of the image with the extension, and also provide the image folder location, so that the system will be able to locate the images easily. Now we've also added the ability for you to be able to change the report page color theme. So basically, these are the few items we've added into this template. So let's have a look at it and see what it does. So here I have the templates. So this is the main empty template. I'll be opening it. This is the Mobilite template that comes with it, and a sample Mobilite template. Now, what does the template look like? This is an empty version. Click on it to open it. Of course, when you receive yours, it's going to be in a zip folder, and you're expected to first of all remove the mark of the web. There are already tutorials on how you can do that. Then you extract. After extracting, you can now open the template like I've shown here. So now, what is new? You have this import data page. This allows you to be able to import the Mobilite data so that you can fill in this page from an external template. Of course, as before, you have to select the relevant term, and you can go to the term score page and then the report page. On the score page, you have this is a new element. This is where you select the feature you want to use. You want to export subject sheet, you want to import score sheet, you want to import subject score sheet, you want to lock the sheet, and you want to change the lock password. Here it also allows you to recalculate the sheet and unlock the sheet as well. So we are going to look at each of that, and other items are basically the same as what we used to have before. In the report page, what we have here is, like I said, is the ability to change the color theme. So it's set to blue, it's set to black. If I change it to blue and click on change theme, so it's going to change the color theme. So depending on what suits your school best, so you can use the color theme that satisfies your school need. So basically, that's how it works. So that's how you change it. And then also, let me show us, this is for none. Let me show us how to, and let me show us the images. So the images now, what you have to do is just to enter the image name. Okay, and if you click here to enter the folder path. So we're going to be looking at how to do that. My images, the images I have is stored in my pictures, and I have it under here. So once I click on that, so that's where all my images are. Then the next thing I'm going to do is going to be entering the names of the images. If I go to that folder, pictures and Big Mac, so you can see my images. here. So if I want to write the image name, I'll just select the image name plus the extension. It's important that you add the extension to it. If I go back to my template, and let's say for number one person, image name is, so that's how you enter the name of the image with the extension. So we are going to have a look at that later. So let me go back to, let me delete this and delete this as well. So I'm going to open the mobile light template to show us what it looks like. Let me open a sample mobile light template, which I'm going to be importing into the main template so that we can see what's going on. So this is the sample. The empties is the empty one. So it's just similar to the main template. The only difference is that you cannot generate a report with this. So it's basically the same interface as the main template. And so this can be imported into the main template. So let me open, sorry about that, let me open a sample. So this is a sample template, mobile light template, assuming. So we're going to use this to set up an example. Okay. So I've taken time to fill this, as we can see, as well as the other parameters, psychomotor, sorry about that, psychomotor, teacher and head teacher comments and all of you. And then the school relevant date has also been filled, as you can see here. So we have done this for all the terms. So it can take first term, second term, and third term. So this is what the empty one is, what you should distribute to teachers. So I'm going to close it. Let's see how to import them into the main template. So if I want to import, I will say how to create a sample. Let me create an example, make a copy, and then let's say this is JSS2. Alright, I want to import data page. I have it here. So locate locate the folder where you have your field mobile light templates. So it has imported for me the home page, the data page. You have to select the session here. So this, we are good to go with this page. Let me import the first term area. So to import the first term, you have to import the score sheet. So at least there's a difference between import score sheet and import subject sheet. So we're importing the score sheet. The score sheet is the broadsheet that contains all of the subjects. So click on execute and click on the same mobile light template. Give it some time. So it has imported all the data for me. So after you have done that, you're expected to use the recalculate button to recalculate the sheet. Okay, this button to recalculate the sheet. Why do you have to use the recalculate buttons? Let's say, for instance, I try to update this to 32. You can see the scores are not adding up. It's not updating. So recalculate helps you to be able to, after importing the score sheet, you need to recalculate the sheet. So give it a little time so that it will be able to update the calculations once the score data has been changed. So the recalculation is complete. So if I try to do what I did before, so it's updating the scores. So this is where we want it to be. All right. Also, it imports as well at the same time other data. It imports the attendance, it imports the teacher's comments, it also imports the term dates. So we're good to go here. If you go to the report page, and of course you select the names as before, and you get the report card generated. As before, also you should be able to change the signature. Right click on it and click on change picture, walk offline, go to where the picture or your image is saved, insert. So I've inserted a new image. So that's how to insert your signature. Okay, now the image is not showing because I've not included the images into the system. So let's include image. I'll go to images and I go to images here. I'll first of all select the folder part. Folder part is Big Mac, so that's where my pictures are. And then the name of the first, let's assume this is the first person, Philip. So I want to copy Philip's name. So you can right click and click on rename, or you can just click on it 2 times. Don't double click, just click on it once and the second time. Then select the entire name plus the extension. And then if I come here, alright, so this is what you need to do. So if I go to the second person, it's a lady. If I click on her, select the name, and then if I go there, so that's what you need to do. So I have the first 2 names with photos. So if I go to the, and of course ensure that this is set to on, okay, so that the images will work. If you set to off, the images will not show up. I want to go back to first time and select the first 2 for us to see the photos appear. So that's the photo appearing, and then the next photo. So those are the 2 names I've included photos. So this is the same thing that happens for all the terms. Now let's look at how to export and import subject scores. So this is particularly important for secondary schools where you have different subject teachers. So you can export the subject sheet, that's the first option, and click on execute. It asks you to select the folder where you want to save it to. Okay, that is done. So if I go to that folder, so that is it, subject sheet for second term and what have you. So if I click on this to open it, so it will export for you the names of all the learners in the class, as well as what you do with this. You select a particular subject. It's a drop list here. You just scroll up and you pick the subjects. So 1 subject at a time. For, let's say this is for English, so you save this as English. So let me save this as English. Save. I want to save this as English subject. For the next one, I want to save it as the next subject, mathematics. Let me copy mathematics. Save. So this is what you do to save the entire subject list. So you don't have to, this is not the only way you can save that. You can also make copies from here. Okay, you just make copies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So depending on the number of subjects, and you rename the subjects So let's have this as basic tech. We have the next one as so you get the idea of what to do, Yoruba, and so on and so forth until you complete that. And of course, remember, it's very important for each subject you name, it needs to be given the appropriate subject name here and save. It's very important. If you don't select this, the template will not be recognized. So it's important to select the subject name. English, basic tech. I need to select basic tech. So this is what you do for the entire basic tech subjects and what have you. So here you can use this to work on your phones, and then includes enter scores and save. That's what each teacher will be doing. So let me put in some fictitious data. Let's see how that can help us. So I've taken time to fill in some data, fictitious data for the subject scores, so that we'll see how to enter it into the template. Okay, so I've populated all of the subjects we've created. So what you should do if you want to import that, you just click on import subject sheet, that's the third option, and click on execute. Enter the unlock password, and then you are expected to locate the subject list you want to import. Let me use English. All right, that has entered. Yes, I want to add more subjects. I want to add basic tech. Basic tech has been entered. So basic tech is located at the end, so that's why we didn't see it. Let me choose French. Incompatible sheet selected, so there's a problem here. Let me go to French. So you see, it doesn't have any subject name. That's why it's saying incompatible sheet. So it's supposed to be French. It's supposed to be French. And let me check for others. Basic tech. I hope others are not. Okay. French. So French is in. Yes. CRK. Yes, so it's in. Hopefully Greek. Incompatible sheets, so something is wrong with Greek. Greek, open it. No name. So you need to be careful so you don't make errors. So Greek executes. Greek. So you've seen what happens when the subject name is not selected. Basic tech, we have French, we've done French. What else remains? Yoruba. Yes. PHE. I think mathematics, yes. The maths. Is there anyone left? I think that's all we have. So those are the subjects we created subjects course for. So that's how you're going to be importing the CRK and basics technology they came in. That's how you import this course in. So this time around, you have to enter the class teacher's comments manually, or head teacher's comments manually into the main template. You cannot do it externally. Okay, so that's the difference. So this also works as before. If you go to the reports template, to report page, and select, of course the pictures will appear like before. Okay, so to print, you just select the range you want to print from. I want to print from 1 to 5. If you leave it empty, it will print out the entire class range. So to printer, sends it to printer, to your connected printer, print to PDF, convert it to PDF. Asking me where I want to save it. Let me choose the same folder. Right, that's done. So if I go back to the folder, new, so you can see them, they're here. So the first two is supposed to have photos. It's alright. And then number 2. Okay, so that's how this works. So basically this is the end of the update video. So basically this is the end of the update video. You have the same, it's the same thing that happens in the total. So I hope this helps. Thank you for watching. We're looking forward to partnering with you in getting this school report generator template. Thank you.